Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight we are going to sew in the signatures in this cover that we made together some recordings ago. I don't remember, but I can link it below so you can go and look it up if you are looking at this cover for the first time. I want to thank you all for your support, your thumbs up, your comments. I really love to read everything you are discussing with me in all my recordings. I'm so grateful for all of you, and you make me laugh all the time. So thank you, friends, for giving me such a blessed time reading your comments. We are going to cover the spine later on, so I'm going to sew right through this cover. So if you have seen this before, you can just push on fast forward. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, but if you have seen it before, you can just jump this. But I have a lot of new subbies that are newbies, so I thought I will do this in front of the camera one more time so that you can see how I do it. So this is 100% linen on the inside, and it's a textile also on the outside that I have printed on my printer with a special kind of paper that looks like this. It's a thin textile on one side and paper on the other, and then you just pull this off when you want to use it. So you can also use this glue that are non-permanent and put it on paper yourself with a thin cotton textile. I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. They are rather expensive, these ones, so you can do this yourself, but for the sake of simplicity, I have used this and wanted to try them. So we can do another print later on where I show you how to do this with your own stuff, so you don't need to buy this expensive textile if you're interested in that. So these are the two signatures I have prepared, but I want to add a few things. I have these thin papers that are kind of tissue paper that is used when you are moving and you want to protect your porcelain things. Then it's wrapped in these ones. I saved this from one of our works at my day work. I work at a company that provides service with moving, cutting lawns, snow shoveling, and the things that people needs. So I took these when they had made the move, and then I ironed them. So instead of throwing them away, I thought I could use them. So I will put in a few of these. I just like the feeling of these thin ones. You can print on them too, but I like just to put them in and have this sound and this feeling of them. See if I can find a few that I like in color. Let's use 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a little bluish in color. I have dyed them, of course, which was not so easy as they are so thin. But I dyed them one by one on my kitchen counter and sprayed them with water, and then directly over to the other bench where I have my iron, and then I ironed them so they dried fast before they broke. So I'm going to do like this so it's easier to put them in, and then I will probably trim them down. I think they are a bit too wide, but we can make that work. I really like this edge. And then I have this old invoice that is from the man that built my farm, and this is from 1898. You can see 18:9, and then they have written the 9th of 11/98. And I thought I could just put in that one like this. I have printed it on inked paper that I have crumbled and then put coffee on it, so it's a bit more old looking. I'm just going to even up the edges in color. Now I'm going to make you a bit dizzy, so close your eyes for a few seconds so I won't make anyone puke here. I think I will put it in as paper number 2 and then put another one somewhere in the middle, so it will keep it in place. Like that. I'll just put a clamp on it so it won't move. And the same with this one. Now we can see the blue and brown shading on this one. Goes perfect with that one. And another clamp on that one. So. Then I'm going to take some thread, and the easiest way to not use too much is to take the size of the page and take it 3 times the length. That should be enough for 3 holes that we are going to use. I need a needle. See if I have something with a small thread on, so we don't need to. That one, perfect. And then I'm going to use my tool for poking holes. You can find it under all my stuff here. I really have a mess at the moment, but I hope it will get better soon. I'm going on vacation actually on Friday, so I hope I will get some time to fix this mess. I have bought a new cupboard with shelves and glass doors. An old school cabinet. That has actually been used in a school where I went when I was a little tiny girl. Can you imagine that? When I was in 4th grade. They have moved that school now, so they don't use it anymore, and they were going to throw these cupboards away, and I asked if I could buy it, so now I have my old school cabinet. Hope I call it right thing. I'm making sure that my papers are lined up, making sure they are in the middle. So I'm going to take another clamp on this side. Make sure that it's in place. So then I'm taking my tool and make a hole right through like this, and one down here and one on this side. When I put in this small one in the other signature, I'm making sure that I have this one placed so I can sew it through 2 holes. If I put it just in one, it can wiggle, and I don't know if I would like that, so I'm making sure that I will sew in 2 places on the small pieces. And then your signature is sewn in like that. I think it's even kind of straight. So I will do the same with the other side, and then I will be back. I won't have you to look at it twice. So see you soon again. Both the signature are sewn in, and you can see that it's not straight, but we are going to cover that up with a couple of laces, so no one will see it anyway. Don't put time on things you don't need. So this is the signatures. Everything is properly sewn in, and we have a beautiful spine in the middle if you would like to add something. We have some old newspapers. We have eco-dyed and dyed paper. We have some digitals. Some original old book paper. I have put some textile in the middle of those so they won't break. We have a print of an old letter. And music paper that is original, so I have strengthened that with textile too. So now I'm just finding the middle like that and put the cover down. I want to use this really old piece of embroidered lace. They used to put these as decoration in the bed linens. So all of these are handmade with thin threads. And that's amazing to think that they are sewing these really thin. I wouldn't have the possibility to do this without going crazy. It would take too much time. But it's amazing. Someone has done it, and it's so beautiful. But I'm going to put another lace first so we get some more lacy feeling, and then this on top of it, so this will peek out. The layering is important. We need that, so we get the right feeling for the journal. And I'm thinking maybe we should have even some cheesecloth, or should we do that for the topper? I'm going to do a loose topper to put on this one, so you can have it like this if you want to, and take off the decoration when you use it. I find that easier to do like that. So down it goes, using my bookbinding glue, so I'm totally sure it won't move anyway, anywhere, anytime. Rounding the corners a little bit. So when I glue this down, I'm making sure that I put glue on the threads first, so this will help to keep the threads in place and secure it. And then I put glue on all over. Then I will do like this so I can see that I'm getting it in the middle of the spine. So now it's time to make sure that everything is glued down. So now I'm making another little string of glue on the outside of the lace. So then I'm taking my other piece and checking where I will cut it. Rounding the edges on this one too. Or not rounding, but cutting off the sharp corner. Checking so I have the right side up and putting glue on it. Folding it again, checking so it looks all right. And as you can see, you can't see anything from the threads, so it doesn't matter how if you sew it totally straight. Putting a bit more glue on the edge. And checking so everything is glued down properly. Folding it, and then we are going to leave this to dry. Now you can see these thin papers are sticking out a little bit, but I actually think I'm going to leave them like that so we can hear the sound. I'm already in love with this. I think the different papers with the original made it really cute. It can be a bit difficult to get the lace to stick to the other lace, but often you just need to wait long enough and it will keep it in place. I'm just a bit overly neat at the moment. That will be nice when it had dried. Okay, I'm going to get a few other things and move away the threads and the needles, and then we are going to do a bit more today. So I'm thinking that we are going to need a couple of pockets on the inside of the cover. And I thought I could use some linen, maybe some textile pieces, and some of my old ephemera prints from my farm. I have taken some copies of a few of them, and I think I can use some of those. I want a piece of lace that will hang down from the pocket. So just something like that. So we have this cute little dangle. Try to get it in the middle. And the other one. Eyeballing. And then I'm thinking we don't need more than a little piece, so I'm going to cut it like this so we can use the other piece for something else. We still have a lot of nice embroidery on those that we can use for something else. This isn't going to be seen anyway. Thinking I will just take a paper to put under it. This was a piece of wallpaper. That's nice and strong. So let's see if we can put this together. It's easier to glue it onto something so it keeps it in place. Keeping it straight. Until I can sew it. Don't be afraid to blend paper and textile. It just gives the journal some extra texture. Now I almost can't do a journal with just paper because I think it gives it so much more strength, and I think what I mean is I like to feel my journal. I want it to be tactile, and just not beautiful to look at. I want it to be able to feel with my fingers, and I haven't found out how to get it to smell something special yet, but someday I will try that too. I like this textile with the different colors but still soft. I think I want to use some piece of this. I think I will just glue it down on part of the, maybe let this peek down a little bit so we can see that it's layered. I need to take a glue book. So I won't get glue all over my table. And the other one. Maybe do them a little bit different. This can go down here. Or maybe on top. So it gets a bit more strength on the edge. And then some of the old papers. Will work. And then another piece for the other one. try to age it a bit. Something like that. I'm trying to crumble it and so it looks a bit more old-ish. I'm making them a little bit different, but still the same kind of style. So they will go together in the journal. No, that's too heavy. But I still want something more. Some more textile pieces, or maybe some fake sari silk. That could be nice. Okay, let's see what we can use to decorate these. I'm going to try some different kinds. This is a bit more shiny. Then we have the white one that is oh, not the shiny one. That could go too. Can't decide. I think I will go with the white ones and then just maybe give them some distress. So they go a little bit more in color with the linen. Tone the white down a little bit. Putting that where these two textiles are meeting each other, so we'll get a nice edge on that both kind of textiles. No, not shiny. Let's use these really old ones. Some kind of trim that looks like leaves. Taking another one, but a different one, and put down here so they aren't just totally alike. nice with some differences. Needs a little bit more color. And some roses on this one. Like that, simple but still decorated. So I will take my sewing machine and do some stitching on these, and then I will show you the result in the end of the recording, how they look when they are sewn for and ready for the journal. Hope you got some inspiration and want to follow me and make your own journal. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you soon again. Until next time, bye bye from Sweden.